honored you to the passing out parade of a cohort of newly trained rangers at the KWS Law Enforcement Academy after a considerable, though not intense, interval. Away from that, allow me, Your Excellency, to make note of a few sizable benedictions that define this moment. Number one, this passing out parade has the highest percentage of ladies ever in the history of Kenya's Ranger recruitment. For the record, our aim is to bring on board as many young women to the wildlife conservation space as possible, given that by nature, women are born and wired to nurture and to groom. As fate would have it, at the ministry, we are already aligned to nurture Kenya's conservation efforts from the very top, seeing as it is that my principal secretary and I are ladies, and what a happy coincidence. Your Excellency, the Manyani community and KWS are one happy, inseparable family. This is precisely because the ministry, through the State Department of Wildlife and KWS, have decided to work in concert for mutual benefit. Indeed, a majority of the employees in this facility, by way of example, are residents of this area by choice, and so are suppliers of various items needed at this institution. In the last 3 months, since my appointment, I have been here a number of times, and looking back, nothing makes me happier than knowing that this academy is an edifice that locals consider so much part of their ecosystem. Number 3, Your Excellency, the KWS Enforcement Academy has what it takes to become the training institute of choice for conservationists based at the county level, the Africa region, and even elsewhere in the world. Our ultimate aim is to make this a premier wildlife conservation training institute, offering what only Kenya as a conservation giant can. To occupy that slot and own it, I encourage this institute to temper its curriculum to factor in such areas of study as climate change, photography, storytelling, and so on. For now, Your Excellency, I unreservedly assure you that we shall work towards coordinating the support extended to us by development partners better in order to ensure that we make the most from what is on offer. Besides, we are keen on making sure that we maintain a healthy balance between what we do for wildlife and how we treat fellow humankind in our conservation efforts. Once again, Your Excellency, we are deeply grateful for your steadfast leadership and commitment to wildlife conservation and economic empowerment, and also to tourism. We want to assure you of our best effort including the effort of the newly recruited rangers, as I take the opportunity to warmly welcome them to the Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife. It is now my pleasure to request all of us to be upstanding to welcome His Excellency, the President. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Please, let's take our seats. Asanteni sana. Excellencies, honorable members, the KWS community, graduates, family, and parents. I am delighted to join you in this very special occasion to celebrate the achievements of the graduating class of 2024 and to honor the entire Kenya Wildlife Law Enforcement Academy for making this event possible. This day is particularly significant as the KWS marks a historic milestone in the progress of our national wildlife conservation efforts, with the passing out of 1,274 rangers, representing the first recruitment of this kind in 10 years. The exceptional young men and women before us have been carefully instructed, thoroughly trained, and are now entrusted with the noble duty of safeguarding Kenya's invaluable wildlife heritage. After 6 months of rigorous training, they stand empowered, equipped, and prepared to protect our nation's wild spaces, ecosystems, communities, and nature. These are not just men in uniform. They are our green warriors stepping up at a critical time when the need to protect and revitalize our environment has never been more urgent. Their courage, commitment, and diligence in service will significantly contribute to Kenya's efforts to safeguard its priceless wildlife heritage, while also securing the livelihoods and prosperity of millions of our citizens, those living in the proximity of our national parks and elsewhere. Our wildlife is nature's savings account, an irreplaceable fountain of life and vitality. Every act of conservation is a thoughtful deposit into this account, yielding invaluable returns such as thriving habitats, clean air, pure waters, robust ecosystems, and a flourishing tourism sector. Conversely, neglecting or destroying this natural wealth amounts to reckless withdrawals, resulting in devastating costs like vanishing forests, polluted rivers, extinct species, and contaminated air. Such a price is far too much and too steep to bear. Apart from preserving our noble and priceless heritage, wildlife conservation is a cornerstone of Kenya's socioeconomic success. It fuels a tourism industry that contributes a remarkable 10% to our gross domestic product and sustains millions of livelihoods. Its influence also extends beyond tourism, supporting agriculture, fisheries, hydro, and other energy sources, including our hospitality industry. Through deliberate policies and partnerships, we have demonstrated that conservation and prosperity are not mutually exclusive. In fact, they are mutually reinforcing. The contribution of more than 250 conservancies operated by communities and private entities under the umbrella of the Kenya Wildlife Conservation Association have made it possible to reclaim critical land for conservation despite challenges such as climate change and land fragmentation. there is no longer any doubt that conservancies play a pivotal role in protecting wildlife, securing livelihoods, generating income, and enhancing human-wildlife coexistence. Consequently, they have a significant role to play in the implementation of our national wildlife conservation agenda. Our wildlife economy exemplifies the harmony we strive for, sustainable collaboration and efficient consistency, coexistence that unlock vast opportunities for communities living alongside nature. In this space, ecotourism ventures create jobs and boost local business, while carbon credit trading and programs provide direct financial benefits to those engaged in ecological stewardship. Community conservancies have transformed livelihoods by generating both direct and indirect income streams from grassroots levels, from villages, all the way to our national platform. Consider the example of Kalama Conservancy in Samburu County, where Saruni Lodge generates nearly Kenya shillings 1 billion annually through tourism opportunities in that ecosystem. Similarly, the Cerro Lobi Conservancy, home to northern Kenya's only community rhino sanctuary, attracts thousands of visitors each year, fostering economic growth and conservation pride. In Taita Taveta County, Kambanga Ranch has implemented predator-proof bomas to harmonize livestock farming with wildlife conservation, reducing losses and fostering coexistence. Likewise, the Chulu Red project, with 65% of its area within Chulu National Park, exemplifies the broader benefits of conservation. Since 2019, it has created 450 jobs, 80% of which are for wildlife rangers, provided daily school meals to 35,000 children across 94 primary schools, and awarded nearly 4,000 scholarships across Rombo, Kuku, and Birikani group ranches in Kajiado County. These examples remind us that wildlife conservation is not just about preservation. It is a dynamic resource that transforms lives, uplifts families, and strengthens communities. By investing in conservation and equitably sharing its benefits, we are building a future where both nature and humanity can thrive together. The government of Kenya is firmly committed to addressing human-wildlife coexistence and mitigating the climate change impacts that exacerbate conflict. We have invested in projects aimed at providing water for wildlife in protected and conservation areas, mitigating dehydration during droughts, and reducing human-wildlife conflicts caused by animals seeking water in settled areas. For the first time, the government of Kenya is directly supporting community conservancies with infrastructure projects such as roads and water supplies for communities, livestock, and wildlife. Additionally, I have spearheaded a nationwide fencing program, starting with Lariak Forest in Laikipia County. In Taita Taveta County, we commissioned key fencing projects, including the Rombo Ziwani fence spanning 42 kilometers, the Bura Kasigao fence covering 25 kilometers, and the Kasigao Izera Risinga fence extending 38 kilometers. The building of this fence and all the efforts that we are making to address human-wildlife coexistence, the government of Kenya through the Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife disbursed Kenya shillings 908 million in financial 2022-2023 during an event in Taita, Taveta County. Last year, the 2023-2024, I officiated the release of Kenya shillings 950 million in Rumuruti, Laikipia County. This financial year, 2024-2025, Kenya shillings 1.1 billion is already being disbursed. To enhance efficiency, we have introduced a digital fund administration system for the timely compensation of human-wildlife conflict victims. This innovation, aligned with our better agenda, leverages the digital superhighway to significantly advance human-wildlife conflict initiatives. Ladies and gentlemen, our steadfast commitment to anti-poaching efforts has yielded remarkable success, breathing new life into species once on the brink of extinction. In 2020, Kenya recorded 0 rhino poaching cases, a landmark achievement after years of battling corrupt and vicious criminal syndicates. Today, Kenya proudly boasts of Africa's third largest rhino population with 2,004 rhinos, and the fourth largest elephant population with 37,000 elephants. These figures are not just statistics. They are a testament to hope, hard work, and the collective action in safeguarding our natural heritage. KWS deserves our collective appreciation for fighting tirelessly for our wildlife heritage. I commend KWS for achieving another
Today is the
commendable milestone.
25th of November. Friday was the 20th.
Mobilizing sufficient revenue to finance 87% of its overall corporate budget through internally generated funds, thanks to the consistent improvement in efficiency and transparency. Without a doubt, this progress is remarkable, and I urge the Kenya Wildlife Service Board and management to build on this achievement and, with the same focus and dedication, intensify their efforts to achieve full financial self-sustainability within the next 2 years, thereby eliminating reliance on exchequer support. Partnerships will be crucial on this journey. Within the existing legal framework, KWS should establish robust public-private partnerships to attract investment in infrastructure development, create sustainable and competitive tourism products, and enhance park capacity. I now take this moment as I speak to the Kenya Wildlife Service, and I have asked the ministry to provide the policy direction on making sure that we unlock the tremendous opportunity that exists in our KWF's assets, the partnerships that enable people to tap into the resources that exist in our parks must be leveraged to make sure that there is beneficiation and benefit sharing between Kenya Wildlife Service and those investors who are investing in the assets